Turn now to that 23-year-old woman found dead in the street in a quiet Brooklyn neighborhood this afternoon.
It's an unusual crime for that neighborhood, and police believe the body may actually have been dumped there. Eyewitness News reporter AJ Ross live from Midwood with the latest on the investigation. AJ?
Diana, it was certainly a gruesome discovery for officers here this morning when they found that woman's body and disheveled clothes on the sidewalk. Now, just what happened certainly remains a mystery, but police are now reviewing some surveillance video showing a van in the area overnight, and they're hoping that will give them some clues.
There was a body. Just legs up to the knees was seen from this side of the street.
It was an unnerving sight just before dawn that's still imprinted on the minds of witnesses here along Olean Street.
Yeah, I'm scared when I see the body in the street. I'm scared.
A disturbing 911 call about an assault in progress first brought police to this quiet block Thursday, where they discovered a young woman unconscious and partially clothed on the sidewalk.
That was shocking. I'm still already over 3 hours. I still can't believe that it happened here.
Investigators say there were no obvious signs of trauma except for some blood on her nose. When first responders arrived, the victim was pronounced dead on the scene.
It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Any human life is, when it's lost in a manner that I think it's lost, it's terrible.
Police are now reviewing surveillance footage from nearby cameras of a van slowly rolling down the block. They're exploring the possibility the victim was somewhere else before the driver of the van abandoned her. For several hours Thursday afternoon, crime scene investigators collected evidence and interviewed neighbors. Meanwhile, people who live and work nearby say police tape is a rare sight in this close-knit community.
I've been living, like I said, in this area for over 38 years. I never heard that anything, even little crime, happened on this block.
Now, that victim was discovered with no ID, but through fingerprinting, police were able to identify her as a 23-year-old woman from the Bronx. They're contacting her family, and the medical examiner will now have to determine the official cause of death.